I'm David Knopf. I'll be heading to Davis Station as a station leader, 2019-20.
I'm Matt Williams and I'm headed down to Mawson Station as station leader.
The remoteness of the location as well is certainly something I'm interested in, and the people.
Most significantly, I think the isolation is what'll cause the most problems for me personally and the team on the ground.
We've got great leaders in our station leaders, our voyage leaders, and they're all used to dealing with curveballs.
Oh no, where's Antarctica? It's not on the board. They're all isolated.
Whilst we chose to be isolated down here for winter, you back at home have had it forced upon you. So we thought we'd give you some helpful hints and advice on how to make the most of being stuck at home.
Hey mate, personal hygiene is no game.
If COVID-19 was to get into these Antarctic stations, there's a real risk that we actually couldn't continue operations and may have to evacuate or close the station.
Antarctica is a pretty challenging place. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It can be pretty dangerous. It can be pretty isolating. You're living in a small community with each other all the time, living, working and socialising together.
Here we are at the Davis Pool for the annual midwinter swim. The temperature is a balmy minus 22 odd degrees, but thankfully there's no wind.
And we implemented social distancing for any of the crews delivering cargo, both aviation and shipping. We separated those from our expeditioners in Antarctica.
It has been such a strange and a very surreal experience to observe the pandemic outbreak from down in Antarctica. We realise that we are some of the very few on the planet who are essentially unaffected by COVID-19.
It's still something like 200 days until we'll be back in Australia, so trying to break that down into logical steps between, all right, when do the flights start into Casey, when's the ship going to head to Casey, when's the ship even start in our program, because those milestones are a bit closer and we can tick them off, and then hopefully we'll wake up one day and the MPV Everest will be out in front of me here in Fritz Bay.
At the start of the year especially, there was a time where we probably had more freedom than people did back home. Like we had a dawn service on Anzac Day out on the sea ice, which was really beautiful, and no one else was able to do that back home.
So this is just one large curveball that has been thrown at us, and most people are responding in an amazing way.
You find out that Australians are pretty resilient folk, pretty capable of dealing with the harshest, most diverse, complex environments that you could possibly imagine.
We have been here for nearly 500 days. We left Australia back in October 2019, well before the pandemic was a thing, and we've watched it all unfold from the safety of Antarctica. And next week, the MPV Everest will come here and resupply the station and then take us home.
Mullet today, actually, yeah. I hear it's the #1 haircut of 2021. So.
It's the isolation cut, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can we shake hands? Can we do that? Can I give my mum a hug? What are we allowed to do? I've got this feeling that I'm going to get off the ship and give my mum a hug and then get arrested. Is that going to happen? I don't know. It's what we think about.